All right. So we are back at it with some more Warhammer Rogue Trader. I've done a couple settings with my mic and I've tested a couple of virtual cables and stuff like that out. So I'm hoping that it sounds a little bit better. I'm trying to see what I can do to kind of get the audio really sounding nice on this. So please just bear with me while I go through this learning process. But we're going to go ahead and get to it. See, we chose the Wersarians to announce us as Rogue Trader because honestly I just don't understand why you wouldn't pick Abelard unless you were like full heretic. And even then I'm pretty sure if you're a heretic you can keep Abelard. That guy is just full on die hard for you, and I don't understand why you wouldn't be like, yeah, I'll pick him to announce me at the party. Let's see. Masters of Seals on Dargonas. I knew you would say something along those lines, Dearlet. Master of Seals. There's no like bringing the party with you, so it's not like I could have them following me. They're not there. Gotcha. Just takes me to the ship. Oh, that's probably the other location we saw in the drop pods. I think that was even called like the Administratum or something. Alright, let's go back to the ship. Terrible news from Dargonas, Lord Captain. The subsidy hive Scipion 84-249 have been destroyed in a serious cascading phase. Production has halted and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading transport lines leading to neighboring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx. What happened? While House is starting to blame at one another, agents of the venerable Achilles Scalander stationed on Scipion died heroically while trying to save the population from this disaster. Their final reports mentioned some vulnerabilities in the industrial sector. Additionally, all of your servants are currently busy with investigating the cause of the crisis, but are not doing anything to deal with its consequences. Yes, they will work to get their place back in line. Large labor settlements were set up around the ruins to where the refugees from the harboring hives have been rounded up, and the harsh wasteland scorched with industrial poison with only a bare modicum of food and clean water. Some residents began the arduous, dangerous task of rebuilding their fallen home. Yeah, the Administratum. Throne room, the palace, the Administratum. Jade comes with. Yeah, sure. I don't even remember what we set up Jay as. I just don't have enough room in the party to keep everybody. It's like Baldur's Gate. Like, yeah, sure, I'd love to run with everybody, but it's just a group. Alright, let's level you up just in case. Oh, I didn't pick. No. Make you a Vanguard. Each tag, unyielding beacon, resolve +1. Allies gain a fifth of the bonus. Okay. The stance. I don't even know what weapons you have. Vanguard attacks each enemy that attacks the vanguards and 3-cell radius. Additionally, until their next turn, always retaliates. Okay. Additional AP. Use some toughness. More toughness. That doesn't seem right for you. That seems right. You have 2 pistols and a chainsword. An Eldari chainsword. +10 dodge. Alright. Here, have another. So it looks like she's more of a run and gun. Because she's got the 2 pistols. One of them even does toxic. Alright. This is all, of course, in case we get into a fight. Welcome to the Palace of the Adeptus Administratum. Your lordship, please follow me. You got it. Thank you for leading me down the hall. Master Seal. Ancient-looking woman in a voluminous robe peers at you critically through her ocular lenses when you descend into the bowels of her bureaucratic domain. Another noble, bypassing the queue under the pretext of just wanted to ask. All you highborn ever wants is just to ask. But what about protocol? That's what I'm asking. Who is going to follow protocol? Big glances at you whispers, what? So I paid off a few clerks to let us get the queue, Sherry. Your time is more important to me than any little formalities. Very well, don't just stand there. You're here now, or do you think the Master of Seals has nothing better to do than to receive unexpected visitors? The old woman beckons us over a server skull floating nearby. Begin entry. Current hour, current turn, current cycle, 41st millennium. Metal manipulators and me begin furiously clacking and taking dictation. The Master Seal peels over her ocular lens at Jay in disbelief that she looks at you. Take it you are her sponsor. In that case, you must set a written application in conformity with Temple 404.01 as well as your written permission for the processing and notarization of the personal data of your most sacred personage. Without it, I cannot issue Mistress Haydari. Mistress Haydari, the form of collecting the seals required to obtain the Mercatum Tabula Officiale, the certificate of an official trade representative. These words, the saccharine smile drops from Jay's face. Seals? What seals? We'll discuss that when Ignatius von Valancius has prepared the primary documentation. Abelard lets out a stoic sigh and rolls his eye. You get the feeling that this is not his first personal interaction with the administrative bureaucracy, nor is it his second. Just complete the form. Just do the form. A perfectly sharpened quill scratches pleasantly on the parchment, but for the few amendments. The obfuscator phrasing, footnotes, amendments. You are forced to write out the same details over and over. About you, the Protectorate, Theodore von Valancius, J, and then also every living person who bears your family name. If you do not know all the required information, you must complete supplementary forms. A full hour passes filling out paperwork. I've done that before at work, that's not too bad. The Master of Seals nods in approval and stows the scroll into a tube labeled with your name. Next is the consent form for processing and notarization of the personal data of your most sacred personage. Another hour has passed. Now we're getting into the real stuff. The scroll is whipped away into another tube by the Master of Seals. Protocol executed. Application received. Process approved. The servo skull scribe taps out each word after its mistress's pronouncement. Come on, esteemed Damar, what are you saying about the seals? The old woman unhurriedly holds out a printed scroll to Jay. Here's your document, Mistress Haydari. Unfortunately, it does not yet have legal force. I can certify it as a sacred Mercatum Tabula Officiale once it has received 2 seals of approval. They are easy to attain, and the Imperium Court administrative servers have been handling such tasks for over 150 cycles. There is one such server here on Dargonis in the Rogue Trader's Palace. The second is duty-bound to keep the seal in the Telikos Epsilon system. Please do return once you have prepared the documents. Nope, there's no point in arguing. You won't ever get anywhere. All the money in the world would not have made that woman turn over that page document. Privileged servants of the Imperium Elias Tantal filed a declaration with the Adeptus that he is the sole heir of House Tantanal and the legal sovereign of the northern continent of the planet Aragona Rex. According to the submission, Elias Tantanal cannot exercise his right to this inheritance, as the wider family tree includes an individual who shares his full legal name. According to the petitioner, this individual is his great-grandfather. Given the loss of documents confirming the death of the second claimant to the inheritance, Elias Tantanal is petitioning for the confirmation of this relative's death and permission for the enactment of his inheritance rights. Petition received per review period up to 15 Terran cycles. Forwarded for review 23 Terran cycles, 4 turns from date of submission. Request for a copy of the death certificate of Elias Tantanal sent to the archives of Departmental Unitorum, 28 Terran cycle, 2 turns from date of submission. Petition rejected, 39 Terran cycle, 11 turns from date of submission. Second petition sent to the archive, 44 Terran cycles, 4 turns from date of submission. Petition approved, 52 Terran cycles from date of submission. After 48 repeated submissions from Elias Tantanal, second request was sent to the archive, 79 Terran cycles, 7 turns from the date of submission. Copy of death certificate of Elias Tantanal, great-grandfather to petitioner, received. 84 Terran cycles, 6 turns from the date of submission. Documents forwarded for formulation of decision granting permission for the enactment of inheritance rights to Elias Tantanal, sole heir of house and legal sovereign of the northern continent of the planet Argona Rex. 101 Terran cycles, 5 turns from date of submission. Date of Elias Tantanal recorded by servants of the Adeptus Administratum. Place of death Q16, Willis Legacies and Inheritance, waiting home Alice of the Adeptus Administratus Drukhari, 106 Terran cycles, 2 turns from date of submission. Death certificate of Elias Tantanal sent to the archive of the Department Unitorum, 114 Terran cycles, 10 turns from date of submission. Petition for the enactment of inheritance rights following the death of Elias Tantanal and for the issuance of a copy of the death certificate received from the deceased daughter, Eliza Tantanal. 114 Terran cycles, 11 turns from date of submission. Good lord. 114 years to get a death certificate to prove that he owned part of a planet. Auditioning reissuance of Great Tide Payment documentation of GX75021, GX76021 in the last 2,836 Terran cycles. Good lord.
The Divine watches over us.
Sorry, I had to get a drink. Was I done there? Oh, projects. Don't have food. Then I guess we better get some. The dark goodness, I thought I did find the seal. Oh, Did they? No, I just left. That's my fault. That's right. They told me the seal was on there and one is in another galaxy. So I gotta go talk to them to get that other one. Looking for a servitor, but I'm guessing not one of the ones who's standing outside. Clementia. Ah, I should have just gone straight to the palace. Oops, my bad. How you doing, Castia? Give me that.
I need to look closer.
Mr. Sadar, my patience not lead to exhausted, but you coming very close. I shall repeat myself again now. I will not be issuing any seal, not in exchange for your honest word, nor for a bribe. Oof. Data, you better be nice. These people are going to be royals. Alright. I can see the family resemblance with Avallard now. You cannot see farther than your own nose, my dear Clementia. It wasn't a bribe, it was a gift. Now about that seal. One second here, I'm just messing with the total volume on my mic, which you may have noticed that it suddenly dropped off. Your lordship, I apologize for this ugly scene, but might I ask that Mistress Saidari put a start to her inflammatory actions towards me? As the Exalted One in my witness, Shireen, I have tried everything I could to spare you any unnecessary headaches over the seals for the Mercanum Tabula Officiale. I even showed this aid with a temper worse than a sandstorm, the certificate with your signature. But your Chancellor merely kept batting me away with their flail of baseless denials. I suspect that the reason for this has nothing to do with my humble personage. Clementia purses her lips and glowers at Jay. No, this isn't about me at all. I see. Well, Chancellor, will you tell us yourself, or should I help you? I am afraid that my words may anger your lordship. The steel you are looking for was lost over a quarter of a century ago. Her ladyship, Theodora von Valancius, ordered a new one to be delivered from the Imperium. But, as you well know, we are long away from Holy Terra, and the war storms ravaging the Coronus expanse. We've been able to receive a replacement to this day. Rest assured, Theodore von Valancius ordered to have the malefactor dealt with accordingly. Servitude in perpetuis, your lordship. He now performs his duties to the Imperium without reservation or error. However, one of the worlds under Caligula's Winter Scales rule, like Darganis, was granted the honor of keeping the sacred sigillus of the Administratum. The archives of House von Valancius mention 3 systems that are presently under the control of House Winter's Gills. Those would be the Forgotten Twins, Langrid's Belt, and the Nameless Star. I'm confident that the Administron Palace is located on one of the planets there. We have a better chance of finding the seal in the pocket of some rich collector or fence than on a remote world owned by one of your rival Shrine. I suggest we make contact with any traders we may encounter in our travel. People in my line of work tend to have a good eye for such things. There's every possibility that someone has waited their whole life to fleece, or to return the great relic to its rightful owner. By all means, Shireen, I do not waste any more of the precious bomb that is your time on matters related to me, if I may excuse myself. Right, you served at any time, day or night, your lordship. Nah, you're alright. Even if it turns out you're the one who, like, broke the servitor with the seal or something, doesn't matter. We'll fix it. Eh. But Captain, I bring dire news. A feud has broken out between the clans that maintain the Void Shield arrays. Rumor has it that the late Lady Theodora was seen on the lower decks, and so one of the families called a rebellion against the usurper of the Void Ship. That is you. So far, no one believes their mad tales, but unrest has begun at the fringes of the compartment. The ship's enforcers are ready to eliminate the instigating clan or pacify the entire Void Shield crew. The decision is yours. Lord Captain, as Seneschal Warsarian would say, there are no innocents in such cases. The clans are endangering the entire void ship, tussling over strange and obviously false rumors. If you so desire, I will convey your wishes to the enforcers later, but right now the unrest must be stopped and the people return to their direct duties or replaced. I'll see to it, Lord Captain. Be better! People are stupid, but I still need them. Ship's augers detect a non-native mineral cluster on the planet's surface, probably the remains of an ancient asteroid shower. The substance is valuable, collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits right above numerous underground caverns. The ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable and would likely not bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle. The crew's expertise made it possible to collect the mineral without disturbing the ancient caverns. Easy. Easy peasy. We're gonna come for those pirates. Oh, provisions. Archaeotech mechanism fragments. A rare piece of an archaeotech mechanism of unknown purpose discovered among the wreckage of an ancient imperial vessel on one of the planets in Narner's 4. Okay. Ancient tech is good tech in this universe, so...
Enemy contact! All hands, make ready to unleash our fury!
and launch! Show them the fury of our macro cannons! I want to hear the macro cannons roar! Full speed ahead. Bring doom to our enemies. We have a destination to reach.
I was waiting. If you guys want to spend the whole round just shooting at that's fine.
Set course with all haste. Deliver their demise. Unleash a barrage of destruction.
Are you jumping to hyperspace?
Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
That's definitely not allowed.
I want to hear the macro cannons roar. Show them the fury of our macro cannons. Full speed ahead. Send our enemies to the void.
One does not simply get to leave the battlefield like that.
Premonitions never fail me.
Pick up more ancient machinery, more scrap. Let's go upgrade. Expeditious reload. I like that. +1 round for every 10 points in the warp channeler's lower warp skill. Yeah, that sounds really good. It's not a whole bunch of damage, but to fire off 7 of them. Shift now to an ultimate. It can drastically change the tide of battle. Try using your ultimate to see for yourself. Using ultimates are so powerful that they take significantly longer to recharge. When using, beware that they may still be on cooldown the next time you enter battle. The ship's ultimate cooldown bar gradually fills up on each of your flagship's turn in combat and at the end of each battle, and as a result of certain events during space exploration. How do I not have a master cannoner? Alright. Top it up. Secrecy and forward malfunctions runs various shift systems. This time we are dealing with insular temperature fluctuation. Thermal control failures were observed not only in individual compartments, but even in the soldiers' protective equipment. Several crew members have suffered from burns and frostbite. The tech priests are performing the rites of the machine spirit pacification and remain convinced that the issues were caused by the spirit's obstinacy and defiance. Their reports claim the incidents remain well within the scope of expected performance parameters. Over the last few days, complaints about the malfunctioning thermal controls dwindled. The crew members have started whispering that our vessel is haunted. The tech priest's assurances that the only machine spirit's tempers are to blame are doing nothing to dissuade these ridiculous rumors. Sounds about right. Wow, that's a lot of ships. Drukhari ships are patrolling the system like the crouch is close to 0. It's a good thing we don't want to. We're gonna fight them all before you talk to them. Easy. Easiest. We're gonna kill 4 Drukhari and then be nice to them. It's gonna be so simple.
The whispers sound distant. The future is uncertain.
Sigil class destroyers? That shouldn't be too bad, I think. I think we fought it.
The void shields.
Unleash a barrage of destruction.
Wow, that didn't take any time. Also didn't take any damage.
Set course with all haste. I want to hear the macro cannons roar. Full ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Let the macro cannons sing their deadly litany. Lock on and launch.
Oh, is this just like a straight 10-round fight? People trying to shoot me in the butt. That was not what I thought was going to come out of that. Right yet.
Deliver their demise! We have a destination to reach.
The skeins of fate can lead us to victory.
Lord Captain.
Ah. So if I kill them all, then it jumps to the next one.
Bring doom to our enemies. I want to hear the macro cannons roar. Send our enemies to the void. Unleash a barrage of destruction. full ahead.
Oh, it didn't. I thought that... Oh, that's the round that we're in.
Helmsman, navigate us to the designated coordinates. I want to hear the macro cannons roar. Unleash
There
your
we go.
powers of destruction.
I will say these destroyers are pretty damn annoying. Easy. It's never been easier.
I want to hear the macro cannons roar. Let the macro cannons sink their deadly litany. Set course with all haste. We have a destination to reach. Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
I have missed this feeling.
Huh. God's Fame Land. Dorsal lands dealing 52 to 60. That was a good fight. The Augur crew picks up a heavily damaged Xeno ship among the countless rock masses of the asteroid belt. An Eldari vessel beyond a doubt. According to the Von Valantius archives, about 100 standard years ago, the Imperial Navy set up a barrier in the system against pirates and the enemies of humanity. Countless primed mines are still scattered amongst the wreckage. The Voxmaster manages to tune the ship's systems to an unconventional frequency, and the bridge suddenly fills with chime-like Xenos voices. Drawn out and mournful, they sing in an unknown tone, but every officer on the bridge can sense that this is a dirge. Answering the call, Urilet jumps to the cogitator, startling the officers on the bridge with their sudden joke. In the hopes of understanding the Monkey technology and figure out how to help her kin, the Eldari run in circles around flying King Bite screens, but the mysteries of Machine God elude the Xenos. Then she turns to the Lord Captain, powerless. Ila is asking the Elantak to help her kin who have found themselves trapped in the snare of fate. The Eldari are enervated and weak, and their song is a cry of despair, a cry that is fading. Now all the crew can do is hope the calculation correct, and the better officer's experience does not let them go. Does not let them down. So the pilot proceeds with caution, confidently avoiding the chunks of rocks and nearly imperceptible mines. However, when the shuttle reaches its initial, the rescue team's port catches the vessel's starboard side has been breached by the macro weapons of an unknown. There are no survivors. Shielding her eyes, Yurlet closes them and clutches the spirit stone in her breast. Coming to, the Eldari does not speak for a time, with notes of sadness in her voice, carefully picking a word. She conceives that the inland talk did all that they could to save her kid. Yet as the monkey are responsible for the loss of the Eldari void ship. Saddened by the pain and hatred that humans have wrought upon you, quietly leaves the bridge. Sometime later, Yurlet comes to the Lord Captain, haggard but still unable to hope. She says that she came aboard the monkey vessel and set off into the darkness in the hopes of finding her kid, but found only corpses slaughtered, and that she and the Lord Captain were not always in agreement. Yulak still tried to lend a helping hand. In gratitude, as she promised, she shows the coordinates of her kin's cache. Eldari chainsword, some experience, some Xenos artifacts. Everybody leveled up from that. Was a lot of XP. Oh, another one. See word that there's been a sighting of Lady Theodora. Message received are incomplete and vague, little more than yelling hysterical claims. There are reports of casualties. The compartment is questioning has already sealed off. I thought you might have to look at what's going on for yourself. The situation is delicate, and what's especially daring, there are mentions of dear thought to last being present. Where do I alert, Captain? Not you. Capella. Message comes to British rope trader has appeared on the ship. Sector was mentioned. Is she causing disturbances? Thwarted plans? You don't know what to do with them, really. Yeah, sure. What is his parry? 95%. Yeah, we got some work going.
The machine god grants me insight.
Everything appears to be working order. Well, there's definitely some chaos at work here. And who now deigns to grace us with their presence? Another gaggle of heretics and traitors thirsting to get their due for what they've done, or is it the leader himself who has finally grown tired of hiding behind others? Theodore von Valancius was before you, and she looks grotesque. A hole yawns wide in her chest, rusted hook protrudes from beneath her skin, and the lump and inflamed scar cuts across her throat. The figure flickers as though it's dropping in and out of this reality. She looks at you with the whitish eyes of a course that smiles venomously. Rogue traitor. We may at last. I had grown tired of waiting for you to pay me a visit. Indeed, centuries of selfless toil and effort, and everything left behind has gone to this non-entity. Don't spare us from the cursed apparitions of the archenemy. Is that what you are truly praying for? I can hear how fast your heart is pounding, Versarian. I think deep down you know this apparition never ends. You are not Doman Theodora. The Undying One does not relinquish the souls that come to him, such is the absolute truth. You are a thief of names. Bushar, your world is limited to the darkness of the lower decks and the word of your vizier. You know nothing of truth or depth. You do not even know the first thing about yourself. Of course, boy, for it was I who gave the order to bring you here to my ship. Oh, how I rue that decision now, and how I regret heeding the advice of my sinister shout. How could this be? It is the same vision as on the officer's deck, and yet entirely different. Why does it not remember that meeting? And why does it remember what the Lady Theodora did? Alas, my glorious voyage through life was ended in the dullest possible way, by death. Nuisance I staved off as long as I could, but do not beat me, my boy. I am still keeping an eye on my property, punishing all those who failed me. Me, what have I done with Indira? All I did was turn that little mutt from the fringes into a true servant of the Imperium. I gave her toys, I cleaned up after her antics, provided her with everything she could ever dream of. Oh, I had great plans for poor little Indira. I'm dead? How is that? I am no different from those who have not yet crossed the divide between reality and eternity. I see, I speak, and remember the wrongs you all committed against me and for all those who failed me. I have already begun exacting my retribution. I truly am Theodora, the remnants of herself that she left behind in this world. I am an echo of her memories preserved in the minds of those who cared for her. I am the taste of tears spilt for the unsaid and the undone. I am the terror of she who failed to turn the tide of fate, who refuses to look truth in the face. I am as real as the human passion that brings worlds to ruin. Oh, wouldn't you like to know the answer to that question? I don't even know which would be more satisfying, to give you an honest answer or to leave you languish in your ignorance. Well, we'll see how you conduct yourself. Matters are so dire that the pleas of one of my servants preached death's veil to my ears. How could I ignore such a desperate cry from help, and from my little Indira no less? And once I appeared here, of course, I had to meet the pretender who has allowed this deplorable state of affairs. You. Of all the people to ever threaten me, you are the most pathetic boy. All that you possess now was given to you in error. You are unworthy of such a generous gift, and you are capable of holding on to it. I'm here to seek my retribution against all who failed me, my brainless crew, my useless officers, my pathetic servants who turned their backs on their mistress in her darkest hour. And worst of all, you, my dearest heir, you who have undeservedly claimed the war and everything else as mine. I would drag it all to the world with me, including you. Theodora, what did you do?
As it should be.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Where is she? Do remember her being around here somewhere. You mean the demon sound she just made? Now there you are, my little coward. Why don't you look at your captain, Indira? It's wrong. It's all wrong. Look at her, my boy. My little Indira is utterly trapped in her visions. No matter. I will allay your doubts. Lord Captain. Yadira turns her head to you, but her demented gaze only rests briefly on your face before sliding away. Up close, you can see at the base of one of Yadira's simple implants was blackened and melted. No, wait. Lord Captain. Lady von Valancius. Yadira raises her eyes to Theodora, who stands before her. Tears stream down Yadira's cheeks. You came back. Theodora clicks her tongue in sympathy, reaching out to tenderly stroke Yadira's hair. Poor little Yadira. There. How could I not come? You were crying for me so desperately your pleas carried her to the very depths of the warp itself. Why didn't you save me? Why didn't you warn me? Answer me, you insignificant wretch, or I'll drag the answer out of you myself. Theodora's fingers dig into Yadira's scalp, meeting no resistance. Yadira let a soul-chilling hound try to grab the hand tearing and put her fingers past them. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything that could have had anything to do with you. I'm sorry, Lord Captain, I failed. Why would that be your first one? Yadira shudders and goes limp. Then she blinks, discerning looks at you, Lord Captain. Damn it. Theodora shoved the cycle with a little snarl. The rogue trader body begins to change, losing its chaos will devour you. It will devour everyone responsible for my death. Die. Die for the delectation of my lord. Pink Horrors. And Blue Boys.
Look upon the Emperor's faithful and tremble.
All of you will bleed!
Mental manipulation.
I'm not interested. Victory is imminent. Indeed.
What is this foreboding?
It will be done.
I will not be deterred. Rejoice in service.
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. I understand your intent.
I have read tomes of military tactics. If I may,
I shall not fail. My blade whispers your name.
I'm a member.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Death to non-believers!
I serve the ruinous powers.
I wonder if these guys can be saved.
As the tenets demand. Let not the righteous fear, may their blades be sharp. The shadows will see it done. Was that on purpose? Blade whispers your name. Ouch! Caught by the web. Trust me. As honor or let your soul be purged. I shall not fail. Trust me.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My competences are not that universal. Running binary override. Request. Combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
Actions will speak louder than words. Let this be a warning to all who oppose us.
If it serves your cause.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
One day I'll remember to do it in the right order.
I'm a member.
Out of my way! Death to the weak!
Oh, this looks like a lineup for Cabela.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
The shadows will see it done. Trust me. As the tenets demand. As on my blade whispers your name, the shadows will see it done. An offering of blood. Trust me. As the tenants demand.
As duty demands. If only that were possible. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Chaos guides me.
Such is the will of chaos.
You will pay an even greater price.
I am your blade and shield.
Alright.
As honor ordains. Death is a blessing. Caught by no count. The other side awaits. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Yep. She's just gonna clear this up.
The shadows will... I would that I could. Death is a blessing. I shall not fail.
Holy screech pierces your ears.
Aim for the heart next time.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. That is foolishness. I'm afraid not.
I've seen worse battles than this in
She
my
fell
time.
down.
Request denied.
This is beyond me.
Stop it!
I move swiftly to strike. This tedium is beneath me.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Trust me.
Alright. That wasn't too bad. Deer stares at you with crazed eyes while clutching the wound on her head. At first no sound comes out of her middle lips, then she coughs weakly and whispers, "Lord Captain, is it really you?" Wow, imagine trying to get just a little bit more dogmatic just to kill a deer. Deer moves her hand from her head and tries to wipe away her tears, leaving bloody marks on her face. Then she touches her burnt-out implant, frowning. I don't know. It should be quiet in my... But in my head, the whispering's louder. It shouldn't be like that. Me? Did I? Yes, Lord Captain. I think it was me who called her. I can barely remember. The voices, my old good whisperers, they suddenly turned red, sharp. They started cutting, tearing, ripping me to pieces. I cried out, I called for help, and she came. Damn it, why are the voices making so much noise now? Shut up, shut up! Like this. Never. Well, there was something, but it was different. It wasn't as strong, or as terrifying. Apparitions appeared, mechanisms malfunctioned, crew lost their mind. But Lady Von Valansis knew about that. She said it was a small price to pay, an acceptable expense. No psychers immune to it, but what happened here? It was just a mistake. I won't do it again. There will be no more mistakes, Captain. Yes, Ignatius, I did it a couple times when I had too much to drink. At the time I thought I heard a voice among all the whispers in my head. The voice was so sad, so clear, I couldn't help myself. I answered. I hoped I could reach her there. Ever since she died, since I first heard her voice in my head, the whispers have gotten louder, clearer, harder to resist. You don't know what it's like. The most important person in your life who's now gone forever suddenly starts talking to you inside your head. How can I not try to reach her? I had to. I know what you're thinking. During the warp jump when Lady Thea came out toward us, I kept thinking about that meeting. I keep blaming myself. Why didn't I divine it? Why didn't I stop her killer? These thoughts have been playing at the back of my mind day after day, choking me with guilt. And do you know what? The one on the officer's deck? I don't know what that was, but this time, here, this was the product of my guilt. An accuser straight out of my own mind. Ignatius, I know after everything I've done, you have no faith in my willpower or my strength, but I can fix everything. It's just I'm not at my best, you see. But maybe we can find a way. To replace my implants, or some other remedy, a better one. Lady Von Valantis said that such a thing could be found. If not here, then elsewhere. I just didn't need it before, but we just need to find it. We need to figure out where to look for and we'll get it. And until then, I'll keep myself on a tight leash. Thank you, Ignatius. I won't let you down. I think I'd better, with your permission, Lord Captain. Lord Captain, I received a report that the shooting on the lower decks had stopped. I presume you have brought the situation under Nicole, and they're waiting further instruction. You hear unconcealed relief in the Voxmaster's voice. Of course, Lord Captain, as you command. Fixed it. You feel better? And your freaking grenades. Knives. Got a couple messages from my wife here. Let's take a look. She's doing a painting of an angel, having a little bit of rough luck with the gold trim on it. I'm sure she'll get it though. Did just get a lot. Ooh, almost the next one above that. You can fill your flak to with various ammunition and enhance the capabilities of your weapons. Flak ammo arsenal allows you to use specialized flak projectile macro cannons. Warheads that deal area damage in one cell radius around a selected. Flak shots are especially effective against in small wings attack craft. Okay. Captain, we cross-reference the key character system with our astronautical chart data of the planet. Vivo 6 is located here. The problem is, the augurs detected an unusual change in the atmosphere, not unlike a massive release of toxin. It appears that something unfortunate has happened to the planet's underground storage facilities. It's impossible to land safely on the planet just now. Unknown ships are cruising in the system. No need for any cog to analyze it. I can decipher this telemetry easily. Xenos. The armory and artillery crews are standing by. Ah. So I can upgrade those. I'm starting to run out of extractors. Like very insane life, and yet the searchers discovered long-lost Imperial colony, one that was cut off from the rest of the galaxy. The colonists live in conditions worse than any underhive, yet they still venerate the Emperor and gladly welcome their visitors. Receives an invitation from the local ruler. What makes the Lord Captain in a shack considered to be a palace by the people here? The Archqueen's unusual crowns made of metal coils, most likely parts of an ancient device for boiling water. The guests are served the finest delicacies the colony can provide. The Archqueen praises the visitors in a mangled low Gothic and calls the Lord Captain her dear brother. At the end of the audience, gifts are presented to the guests. The Archqueen's minister delicately remarks that the best possible gift the Lord Captain and his crew could provide would be the replenishment of the colony's meager gene pool. Yeah, sure, you guys can go bang. Delighted and flattered, ships the Lord Captain will pay her more visits in the future. More stuff. Excuse me. Alright, let's go fight with our new stuff.
Let our weapons be true and our resolve unbreakable.
Last hatred frigates.
Rain destruction upon our enemies. set course with all haste.
Right?
Deliver their demands.
Okay.
I want to hear the macro cannons roar. Unleash a barrage of destruction. Unleash the power of our lance.
Another enemy sundered by the void.
We have a destination to reach.
Frigate, schmigate.
Fade into nothing.
Sure did 110 void combats. That wasn't even a thing. Barely an inconvenience. So the merciless retribution is a proper fate for many transgressors, but the Imperium permits using the comic for hard labor and disinprison worlds like Bevo 6 to atone for their crimes before humankind. Hundreds of thousands of rogues and lowlives toil in the mines of the Von Valancia's Protectorate until death from exhaustion or some other unfortunate accident claims their forsaken souls.
Bevo 6 always was a penal world. But this, even the miscreants of this place do not deserve such a fate.
Prison break?
Let the faith guide my path to
Signs
glory.
of Hecateria, wit cult from the depths of Quran. Oh, Drukhari. The tall little lithe Xenos moves with the grace of an otherworldly predator. The creature gives you a dispassionate glance and catches speak a few words immediately picked up by your elucidator. Candace, ailment, what is this? Has one of the sisters found an amusing trinket in the ruins and saved it as a special treat for the Archon? Let's take a quick look over his shoulder toward the platform where a few more sailors in tar black armor can be seen. The Xeno's eyes light up with interest. The Monkey understands my speech. Where did you come by a device that can translate our language? Are you trying to impress me by appearing useful? Such words will end you about in the ring at most, without weapons, and soon, without your skin. The humans scattered around you on the platter stars as they stand goes. The eyes of some betray their fares. Others glare with bestial hate, and yet more look at you with the hope. My name is not everyone on this planet, Monkey. I am Tazara, the Deliverer, Tazara the Benevolent, the one who grants respite from the choking grasp of this world. I decide who lives, who dies, who finds new purpose for their existence in Kamarok's many arenas. Truly, this is why you have come. To fight for my ever-changing favor and for the privilege of being the first to be changed. Such grandiose names for a soulless wretch who tortures the breathless and torments the powerless. Your words hint at a nobility you have never possessed. Cousin, what are you doing among this rabble? What an unexpected and tantalizing surprise. I cannot wait to take you in my arms and clasp you tightly to me. Don't waste your breath on lies. Only faint vestiges of blood connect the Assyrian and Dark Ones as loyal as yourself. Okay, Ray stand up, Cosplay and wipes his legs. What was I supposed to lie down and die? The ones who survived the arena, the Xenos take them away. I saw humans boarding shells with my own eyes. They're going to take us away from here. That's a statement of fault. You're supposed to furnish yourself with the means of respiratory protection and inflict maximum damage on the perpetrators before ceasing your vital functions. Yeah? Who gives a shit about us convicts? The lanky buggers may keep me on a leash, but at least I'll be alive, not coughing up my lungs. How cruel you are to your unfortunate kin. These monkey have worked hard to entertain their lead audience. Each of them fights with strength born of desperation, seeking to earn their place in my box of toys. There is always room for more. My toys do break so very easily. If you resist to have seen those plaything, a shameful fate for the scions of humankind. Oh, what passion, what naive arrogance. When all this turns into boundless despair and clinging terror, my guest and I will savor such exquisite pleasure. I will play with you myself, Monkey, but then the performance will be brief, and we don't want to upset my guests now, do we? When the dust behind Cesar comes a cry, the distance between you and the Xenos is too great for the elusive dare to interpret the words, but the tone alone speaks of irritation and impatience. Tell the other monkey that whoever slits your throat will depart for their new home ahead of schedule, and tell them to hold nothing back. They dance for the Urameris herself, the great archon of the cabal of the Reaving Tempest. That's easy. Exhausted, defeated faces. We're going to die anyways. Might as well do it without the heretic experience. Slay the beast. Sorry, amidst a furious scream, takes a step back, signaling to her companions.
Your words mean nothing to me, for I speak the language of the retribution. Are you challenging me, Phil?
Okay.
And so it shall be done.
True master, inflict the pain.
Some of you may die. That is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Emperor, give me strength. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Let's make it quick.
There you go.
Hold on.
I'll return the pain tenfold.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Somebody said you were, as usual.
I understand your intent.
Oof, missed.
Let's get to it.
Tricks.
Perish for this affront.
I've
Show me
suffered
what
worse.
you've got. As honor or death.
Here we go.
My place is at the fore.
You got this, Abelard.
Indeed. I took care of this one. Ah! It will be done.
My vow is to serve. Request approved. The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols. The scriptural prophecy of Messiah condemns you. Cogitation fails. The Messiah knows all.
That's going pretty well.
Approved. Request denied.
Needs 4.
The Emperor commands. I cannot comply. And so shall it be done.
Grace, at least.
For this farce, Tazara, who is this arena? You or the monkey? Archon, your merits. Draco Maraja, you know the danger of repeating this misunderstanding. Draw your own conclusion. The word is our command, Archon, your merits. You don't even want to come down and fight? Come on!
Battle battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Inspire yourself. Feel good.
Do not dare ask.
Hit him with 115 points of damage in a single attack, because you just did that.
Let's get to it. Woe to you.
This tedium is beneath me. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Again, nobody said you were.
If it serves your cause, fortune favors the swift.
Strike.
If I must.
Time to slaughter someone.
Let's make it quick. Another step towards our ultimate victory.
Alright, you did the right thing. Get on the ship.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Just care of this. Medium armor with a really good 45. Person are the wearers and have cover, which you are almost always. At least at the very I can sell all this stuff. Is that all there is to do here?
Know your duty.
I see what others do not.
Also, difficulty. Normal. What's the difference? Enemy unit dodge modifier is put at 0. Skill test difficulty. PC characteristics. No damage dealt to enemies after reduction from armor and deflection. Yeah, we're gonna go up a difficulty.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Oh, it just literally gave me achievement for upping it for the difficulty. He did not let any shuttles be destroyed at the end of chapter 1. I don't even know what that means, but okay. Need a higher reputation with the Navy and with the Fellowship of the Void. I wonder if I could do that right now. I haven't tried the Fellowship of the Void in a moment, and I probably have plenty of stuff that I can give them. Same with the Navy. I just got a bunch of stuff from that fight. I might be able to even get it up to that next step. Generous! Juicians. Just keep giving me better stuff. That's right. What do you guys want? You want holy gifts. Your kits give you a good amount. I don't have enough of that. Power level 14 gets Saint's Wrath. The ability is also available as sword class. So I have to be sancted. Take that just in case. To get to level 4 to get the Claymore. That's another 4,000. $4,400, 4,700 will push me over. That is a lot of stuff. I'll send it to him. Just to see if that's better. Ah. Using reload for any weapon costs -1 AP less. That's exactly the end of it. That could be pretty good, but I'd have to get it to 7. And these guys take quite a bit if I remember correctly. They also want holy gifts. And heretic trophies. My Drukhari is 100. Good. Critical. The 50. That's the 7. Alright. We'll cut that off there with the Opticons. Doesn't think we've met them yet. I wish there was a way to do projects for other people or other places. I think that's worth it at the moment. I don't need... In report, we received an astropathic message from the region around Orselio. The navigators are concerned about the fate of Cassio, who disappeared from your archive. The region is requesting an update on current status. He also reported about the possibility of personally meeting to negotiate and arrange the return. The psycho-emotional coding on the received message betrays acute concern, but it also contains something that the astropaths have failed to put into words. If you excuse my forthrightfulness, I feel it is necessary to tell House Orselio the truth. I'll see to it, Lord. The Astros will transmit your consent. We'll be waiting for you on the capital world, Dargonis. Receiving members of Navis Nobilite is always a delicate matter. Please make sure to discuss this with your Chancellor. You got it. Ooh, 7-5 steel. Good. More provisions. Wasteland Warfare.
The divine.
Attention to detail is the
watches
key to
over us.
success.
My house would be proud of me.
And
Xenos were abhorrent creatures. But you do not look terrifying. You look unusual. As do I.
Naive child. You are a monster to your own kind. Were it not for your third eye that sees Shaye, the thread of your fate would have been severed at birth.
Stay faithful and you will be rewarded.
Usher Foxcaster, the hoodman mutters monotonously but emphatically into the microphone as you rock slightly to and fro. In the light of distant stars, our airport progenitor wanders wearily. With thoughts and visions of us, he sends us particles of his light. Though his body suffers, his mind lingers on us. Let us therefore nourish him with the light of our souls, with our prayers, with our freight. Praise our progenitor. Welcome to the abode of the Nourishers. 3 sorrowful phalanges point the way to the Emperor Progenitor. I'm glad you have chosen ours. Now you know that you music crew us while others are done right. The man talking to you is of the latter kind. I am Lekote Columbus of the Nourisher of the Afflicted. I am he who speaks to our Progenitor. This ship belongs to me. I was praising the Emperor Progenitor so that my brothers and sisters might repeat the secret words with me. Under stars unknown he keeps his vigil and sends us his light. He is exhausted and maimed, but in his graciousness he does not allow himself to forget us, and we are grateful. We know that our prayers will quell his astonishing anger, and therefore we speak to him. We beckon him, so that one day he and his faithful may come to take us under his care. Purple. Everything is purple. I can see. I know no god but the Emperor Progenitor. Others are the figments of ephemeral fleshless spirits. They are here. They are hiding, waiting. Once we were many, but now we are few. Our blood degenerated. Our flesh grew weak. We were on the verge of death, but you have come. And this is good. You and the people will infuse our blood with a new power. Your ship will take the Nourishers to new worlds. We will rise again. Indeed, afflicted one, you have nowhere to run. May the grace of our Progenitor be upon you. Huh?
You are my next offering.
Your clanging echo growing louder in the empty mines, like 100-clawed lemmings grabbing on the bars. Whoever's a fancy plenty, there are a lot of them. You have to run into your life before they trap you in the crash spot. Fox spits out a can man or loud. The signal's off before you manage to say something.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Oh! Gene Cole.
Showing up uninvited.
Genestealers.
How improper.
copy.
Actions will speak louder than words. I will not be deterred.
Running binaric override.
Rejoice in service. And so shall it be done. The Emperor commands. Actions will speak louder than words.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Pretty good stats. What's it? Oh, tends to hide.
As the
Can't allow
tenants
that.
demand. I shall not fail. The shadows will see it done. As honor ordains.
I move as if unseen.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Oh, what?
Explorers know one route. Forward. Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved. The analysis successful. The scriptural protocol venerates you, machine
Keep
spirits.
shooting.
May the Divine's will be done.
Freaking Genestealers.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. Trust me.
swift and silent. If it serves your cause. This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. Ancestors, guide me! I understand your intent. Your weakness is hidden from my sight.
If I may? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Be careful not to cross my gaze. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Victory is imminent.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. It will be done. I will do my grey hair. Sure hand. It will be done.
Alright, he's got that in the bag. That guy should bleed to death.
My vow is to serve. Running binaric override. The Omnissiah knows all. I'm a savant of destruction.
You could do worse, but not by much.
Yeah? You really shot Abelard of all people?
Analysis successful.
Let my enemies tremble at the sound of my steps.
Good burn going.
I will not be deterred.
She can just pop his head,
I'm a
right?
navigator, not a servitor.
That's close enough.
Death comes in silence.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If I must. This tedium is beneath me.
Yeah, just put the
If it
freaking
serves
bullet in
your
the
cause.
Genestealer.
I understand your intent.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Indeed. It will be done. I will do my duty. It will be done.
Request approved.
Yeah.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve. High momentum.
I can't allow myself to do this.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Easy peasy. Genestealers, not even a problem.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
I've read about this.
She still works. There are strange gouges on them all. They look like claw marks. Some beast I was trying to claw. This is all the pre-warning I should have known. Alright. Intelligence? Toughness is pretty good. We'll go with that. Imperium lore is good. Persuasion's good. Go with persuasion. Wait, what's our browse good? Browse. Coercion. Coercion. Who is our demolitions? It's Cabela. You'll never be awareness. Oh yeah, you're the doctor. Yeah, but you don't want people dodging your attacks. Okay. No, that's gonna have you beat by a mile. No persuasion, because I will always be there. Boost your awareness. As far as that. Perception. You have pretty good awareness too. But you're my Xenos lore, so I need you boosted.
Just as I was taught.
pistol, and some cigarettes.
We are bound
That's what he
by
locked
the blood
himself
of
in.
martyrs.
Genestealers. Man, some Drukhari in this episode and Genestealers. This has been a pretty heavy set of stuff we got here. Got Chaos last time. One Chaos Marine, but small planet wrapped in amber forest greets you with ruby-colored dawn. Basil von Dan Clerk, a local governor, gives the rogue trader a warm welcome. After several glasses of Damascene, the sweltering ruler asks if Ignatius would like to keep him company during the upcoming hunt. Sure. After several hours of riding to the local peculiar animals, you make camp in the middle of a golden forest. Basil von dem Clark points at the sky. A flat disk rises over the horizon, constantly muffling its color and shape. The forest grows silent and empty. You can no longer hear the singing of birds or even the rustle of wind. The governor nods with satisfaction, and a few shades step into the clearing. Their bodies are twisted by an unknown phenomenon. You watch the freaks with astonishment begin to dance to the throaty cackling of their brethren, turning the bony, gross, and pulsating flesh with their scaly hands toward the unnatural thing in the sky. Basil von der Clerk excitedly explains that the creatures you saw, the children of the great king of distortion, is he who is the true god and patron of these fertile grounds. Once every cycler's chariot shines its light upon the world and bestows transformations upon his most ardent followers, the rogue trader may become one of his heralds. The governor's head separates from his neck with a distinctive squelch. Black and brown blood seeps into the soil beneath his corpulent body and is immediately transformed into a writhing tangle of worms that burrow deep into the ground with unnatural speed. Senior officers, there is suspicious activity emanating from the twisted celestial body at the heart of the system. The chaplain advises you to get ready for a potential encounter with the spawn of the archenemy, so it may be wise to reconsider. Playing with plethora of colors, the story celestial disc trembles slightly beyond the endless whittles of the captain's bridge as the rogue trader ship approaches its center. The worthy voice, cold and enveloping, enters your mind. What could the puny wretch possibly offer a king? The officer on the bridge looked perplexed. Their eyes are full of terror and confusion. Many clutch their heads and let out a long howl of pain. Some empty their stomachs, but most, pale and exhausted though they are, have joined the Lord Captain, resisting the entity's influence. King mockingly laughs, rings in your ear, and a deep red trickle runs slowly from your nose over your lips, leaving an aftertaste of salt and metal. Deafening gong strikes are heard across hundreds of decks. Your eyes are misted with red and your guns bleed as your subjects fall to their knees all at once in sheer prayer to God Emperor. The holy relics from the ship temples melt from the ardor of your speech, and the entity screams and writhes inside your brain, struggling to break out. Many drop dead during the first minutes of prayer, unable to resist the corruption. However, others immediately take their place and, phased by the sight of their fellows, turn to dust and seconds. An nauseating stench engulfs the ship's deck like a wave, causing people to retch forth their innards. Finally, every dark deck is plunged into darkness. Ghosts of the past walk among the living, stealing death from those weak of spirit. Still, the prayer is not extinguished. It's hard to tell if the prayer service had lasted several hours or several days. At some point, you feel your very essence overflow with heat and power, and then the intruding will falters. The distorted disc vanishes from the void ship's augers as if it had never been there, and at last everything is quiet. As everyone slowly recovers from what just happened, reports begin to come into the captain's bridge. You lost a third of your crew in the unequal fight, and the fortunate survivors are going to take some time to come around. All hail the rogue trader. For that moment, the world belonged to Rogue Trader alone. Your people eradicated Summon's housing and unclean followers of the profane cult. The corruption instilled by the King of Distortion loosened its grip, and the states of Amber can breathe a sigh of relief thanks to the efforts of their new ruler. Yet malicious servants of the Archenemy still lurk in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to wrap the planet in a web of terrors. Evil does not simply disappear without a trace. Visions. Need to be free from the Archenemy's yoke. The planet's subjects gratefully send you their humble gifts. Alright, that was a thing. Unidentified object has been located in the system. The artifact reacts to our transmission by releasing unknown radiation, most likely of Xeno origin. The cogs are reporting. If you want to get a closer look, we'll need to close the disk between the vessel and the object. Scorpion Chainsword and a Cloak of Shadows. Whenever the wearer deals damage with an attack of opportunity, they gain the Shrouded effect. As long as the wearer has the Shrouded effect, they become tight. They automatically dodge. Alright. Oh, that's right. Maybe blast attacks. I don't know what that is. Look out, Bridge. We have an unknown object dead ahead. Not an asteroid, clearly artificial in nature, but it's larger than Footfall Station. Copy that. Report to relay to officer on duty and pilot expects visual soon. We have visual. What the? Grand Calyx here. What we see before us is a webway gate, an artifact that Xenos used to get to their sorcerer's realm, so to speak. It allows our Dari to get around the sector quickly and serves as hideout for the most unpleasant tribe, the Drukhari, whom we have already met. You're let here. This gate is just like the one you saw in Lolathan. The children of Syrian wanders the void through such constructs, erect in ancient time. Any ship that passes through such a portal will enter a tangled path, fathomable to none but my kin. According to the available data, the object consists of an unknown material foreign to the Imperium. We are registering an unknown class of energy profile. The ancient seers are at a loss about how this technology works exactly, but they did specify that the ergonometry suggests that the system is holding an active charge. The object appears ready to do whatever it is this time. Request response from an engineer applies. Lord Captain Tech Priests have refused even to consider such a possibility. It would be a violation of the Omniscience tenets, an extreme dangerous undertaking. Even if I knew the secret of this gate, I would never surrender it to the Monkey. The webway is our kin's sacred refuge and a deadly trap to those such as you, Longtack. Bancock's here, but we see not mysteries. We don't need to blow up the webway gate. Or Prometheum. First it looked like the snowy, desolate planet was devoid of surprises, but the yellow and orange flickering of the lumens in the notification from the auger system informed the officers there was a small colony that survived in spite of the harsh climatic conditions. All attempts to hail the colony have failed. The explorers report the dismal condition of the settlement and its inhabitants. Their skin is translucent and pale. Their icy blue eyes see particularly no color. Their language is rough and guttural, and their stomachs cannot tolerate anything except a stew made from local roots and mosses. And yet they are subjects of the Imperium, still loyal to the Emperor. They have mistaken your people for his emissaries. The local elders woefully reminisced about times long gone. Most of them were still sheltered in their mother's womb when snow first settled on the verdant fields. Hail ruined the crops and frost hardened the soil. Plants and large beasts that could not sustain themselves were the first to go. They were soon followed by birds and other small animals. Most people in large cities perished, unable to warm themselves and their families. They say the governor and his entourage left the world in the first days of winter, taking all the provisions and fuel with them. No one responded to the pleas from this dying world. The stars remained deaf to the messages transmitted by the planet's Fox stations. These abandoned subjects of Imperium still managed to save the machines and other valuables, but they were little use without a supply of Prometheum, and yet those who survived eventually adapted to the tribulations that the God Emperor had bestowed upon them. You can have a fuel. In the mall, the first trainer belched forth a furious roar and black ash started falling from the sky instead of snow. The locals laughed and danced, trying to warm their limbs after decades of cold. They called down blessings upon their unseen savior, a rogue trader from the Von Valancius dynasty, and thanked the God Emperor for their fortuitous encounter. 2 Mechanicus, half a melee, and most of an armory kit? Okay. His first departure was accompanied by shouts of grateful approval, not to mention their many parting gifts. We take those. I mean, sure, they live really close to a webway, so the Drukhari are probably going to come and, like, ruin their existence, but we call that a big, not my problem. Okay, what are we looking at? The seal on Janus? Oh, that's right, that's the one that's been lost. Military data. Captain Ash received a message for Achilles' calendar on Dargonis. He classically studied data from the incursion, including the mention of the Xenos lander. He promised to direct their efforts to his aid to identify the enemies of humanity so their location can be determined. Master Scalander is also reporting that Drukhari are getting ready for more attacks. Information from his aides continues to arrive, and Kilius will personally report to you the moment the target for the upcoming raids become clear. The Drukhari excel at catching their opponents off guard, and there will be little time to mount a response. According to Master Scalander, your personal participation in defense would be the best strategy given the circumstances. That's where she could find you, send her to your study. Yeah, sure, I'll talk to Cassia. 1 second here, sorry. Just making sure of a couple of things, and I also dropped weight there. Alright. Yeah. Everything seems to be going well. Sorry, I'm a little paranoid since all the internet issues been happening. Lord Captain, could you spare a moment to discuss a personal matter? I'm rather embarrassed to ask you about something like this, but last I was here and I was curious to on the shelves of your personal library. Rather heavy-looking volume bound in a worn gilded cover with the symbol of the Adeptus Ministorum on it. Martyrdom of Saint Pisteria, I believe it was. Ah, the handkerchief. This is the moment. Cassie waves her hand in the direction of the cell and the satin handkerchief slips out of her fingers. Oh. Cassie takes quite a breath of frustration, but does not escape your notice. Her ruby eyes are intensely observing your reaction. See, this is why you gotta read everything, because you wouldn't know this is exactly what she wants. The soft fabric tickles your lips. Sorry. And the subtle scent envelops you like a thin veil. Cassie accepts the handkerchief with a nod of gratitude. The first time gives you a look filled with warmth and affection. Thank you, Lord Captain. I believe I should be returning to my chambers now. She greets you with a half-hidden smile and swiftly leads the study. Sometimes you just gotta kiss a handkerchief. And that's all it is. What does Heinrich? Ignatius, is this matter urgency or exasperated expression crosses Heinrich place my Caesar under? Do you simply call me here for your own amusement? On second thought, don't answer. I think I assess this situation for myself. Suppose you desire entertainment. Very well, I will give you something to occupy your time. A simple game of intellect that is often played in our enclave. I'll give you a fact about my life and you have to discern whether it is a true or a lie. Shall we begin? I betrayed my family and caused the death of innocent people, and I was never held accountable for my option. I failed both tests immediately. You come to that conclusion because I framed certain believable tales. Well, I did not lie, but I did not tell the whole truth either. I once belonged to the House of Imperial Knight Pilot. I don't believe he would have ever gotten away with something just because of him. Like, I think he would have made sure that he was held accountable no matter what. My younger sister wanted a coat of arms like the one that adorned the hulls of our mighty machine, so one day I stole a cutter and used it to remove a coat of arms from my uncle's knight. There was a scandal the next morning. Someone had defaced a secret machine inside our residence. That was soon discovered, and my uncle, kind as always, named me a traitor to the family and demanded my execution. In the end, however, I was merely reprimanded and the guards in charge of watching the knights were executed instead. I hope you have enjoyed our game together, Ignatius, but now I must return to my duties. That was a bummer. How did I know that was going to be a bummer? I should have just clicked J.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations. Right here? Of course. The colorful shards of... behind the cobalt steel of his thoughts. Behind the I have enjoyed your company.
Gotta keep the ship moving. Ice reports Xenos raids against the merchant ship and the Silencer merge cigarette. The coordinator of a hypothetical contact have been forwarded to the crew. If you wish to support your subjects and fight back, we must hurry. It is unlikely that a merchant ship will resist the enemies of humanity. Lord Captain, this is Master Helmsman Redver. The crew is grumbling again, but they have a reason this time. Our analytic systems have gone totally bonkers. The Red Robes, tech priests are blaming the anger of the machine spirits. Allegedly, this is how they profess their displeasure at the crew not being worshipful. We've largely managed to stabilize the output of the augurs and aspects across the ship, but you should know that there is something awfully sketchy about the machine these days. I can confirm, Lord Captain, the vessel's analytic systems were behaving incorrectly for a time. The cogitators could not produce statistical data and displayed meaningless numeric combinations instead. The augur failed to correctly analyze matter and mistook solids for liquids and vice versa. Thanks to the tech priest's efforts, standard operation of the ship mechanism has been restored. I'm still registering sporadic reports of similar malfunctions, but we should now be able to handle them. Restoration. Minor power is used by anyone in battle. Bale degradation increases by 1. When a major power is used, it increases by 3. At the beginning of each round, Bale degradation decreases by -1. I haven't seen anything too negative pop up from Veil degradation. I think once I caught fire, but nothing like egregious. Lordships, I hope your sail will be finished. No. I mean, to report, the esteemed navigators of Versailles will have taken residence and guess they will be meeting with you. Out. We gotta make it nice. Understood, your lordship. Would you like to hold this meeting? Yeah. I don't think she'd leave. Although I am kind of worried that she will, and I'll just lose a character, but... Regent Aranto Arcelio, esteemed delegation, the rogue trader in the Von Lands Protectorate welcome you. Come this way, please. Team representatives of the Navis Noblite have arrived at the Rogue Trader's Court, the region of the Great House Orcelio, Aranto, Orcelio. His companions Lady Glaciaria Orselio, Navigator Liso Simona Orselio, and his intended brides Lady Navigator Alexandrina Orselio, Lady Navigator Elena Haterio Orselio, Navigator Xanax Orselio. Yes, we get it. Tall, wizened old man proudly stares at you with milky, unblinking eyes. Loosened skin sways with his every move, as if the navigator's flesh is detached from his bones. An unsightly hole mars the regent's face where his nose should be, and the old man's skull is covered with spiky growths. Rogue Trader, the regent's piercing voice cuts through the silence. On behalf of House Orselli, we would like to express our immense satisfaction at this meeting, and our gratitude for the warm welcome. Please to know us that there are still lords in the Cronus Expanse who observe etiquette and the traditions of hospitality. Yet this is not why we are here. Our grace is obliged to note how much the Rogue Trader has done for House Orselli by protecting its beloved child. We waited for many turns to behold her radiant visage. Come now, child. There is much we need to discuss. Esteemed Regent, it pleases me to see the gleaming sheen of gold and turquoise above your brow. It is thanks to the efforts of Rogue Trader that I stand here today, and there's so much I want to tell you. But what is it you desire to hear most? You want to know what happened at the station, child. Your connection to the Atlas has grown so strong you felt a turmoil in your soul, and the events that transpired have shaken us. House Orselli is deeply grateful for the Rogue Trader for the destruction of the saboteurs. I did, and we are willing to reciprocate such a magnanimous gesture. We trust that a treaty of friendship and alliance underpinned by the transfer of several artifacts of continued rarity will suffice. Now come, child, it's time we depart for your new home so we may finish what we started. Esteemed Regent, perhaps I should continue my education while I still accompany the Rogue Trader on his travels. Just imagine how much I could learn beyond the bounds of... Notices the Regent's furious glare and falls short. Unthinkable.
Don't just stand there. Help the Rogue Trader defend the child and the palace.
Down with Tisiphone's tyranny! Kill the girl!
You're in the wrong place for this.
The impure cannot escape their fate.
For the Emperor!
Abelard, you know the plan. Bring me their kneecaps. And Cabella's gonna dance.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens.
This will be
Rejoice in
frontline.
service.
This could be
I
backline.
won't suffer this.
Scout, you can have the back line.
The Emperor commands.
That's a quick take a little bit off the top.
Rejoice in service.
Indeed.
Quick strike on that guy.
At your beck and call.
Good hits, Abelard.
It will be done.
In case anybody wants to shoot you. Good.
Onward!
Just a minor setback.
This way.
Might have navigated.
Falter.
Good shots, Warden.
Weather the storm! To the heresy!
That's what I want to see for my people.
I am your blade and shield. I shall not fail. as the tenants demand. Let your soul be purged.
My faith strengthens me.
Yeah? Ooh.
Follow my lead.
Don't get back up.
My armor is contempt.
Moving out.
Those are some heavy hits, though.
Break their morale. Ah, death to the heretics.
If I must. If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a son. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. If only that were possible.
Running binary override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running binary override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. My vow is to serve. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Are you kidding me?
Stay vigilant.
All that.
Die!
Follow my lead. Onward.
Follow my lead.
Good shots.
Victory is imminent.
He'll be dead next round.
Indeed.
I must not falter. I bring mercy and retribution. The shadows will see it done. As honor ordains. I shall not fail. Trust me. My blade whispers your name. Let your soul be purged. As honor ordains.
Weapon at the ready.
One fewer target.
Storm.
I can still fight.
For now.
Alright.
My heart sings with the thrill of battle! I understand your intent. I hear you moving. No more! Another soul slips beyond the veil. You cannot force me, Elantak.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. That is foolishness. I'm afraid not.
My faith strengthens me. Glory of the Imperium!
My ears are ringing.
Break them around.
It will be done. I will do my duty.
And so it shall.
I was gonna say, we got that.
Rejoice in service. The Emperor commands.
Do not dare ask. Step aside. The navigator is coming. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Good ones.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. Running binaric override. Request approved. That is an equation. Your life is inevitable then. Your desire condemns you.
Follow my lead.
Calm down.
A dance of blades and shadows. Trust me.
Does everybody get up? Yeah, even she got up. Mercy, the lady now recovers her face with their disfigured, scaly hands, each with an extra finger and conjoined phalangeal bones. Her clothes are covered in blood, most of that of your servants, and several unexploded bolts are sticking out of her chest plate. Rogue Trader, whether on purpose or out of ignorance, you are harboring a monster that is currently pretending to be an innocent maid. Spare me, and I, Alina, Haterio, or Celia, will swear to tell you the whole truth about the madness that is devouring Horus Celia like a malignant tumor. Do not let the Regent deceive you with honey lies. The cursed child ruined your protectorate as well. Tisophone's hair be damned. I know that Horus will cast off the tyrant shackles someday, though not here and now. Others will come after me, and may our enemies tremble. Yeah, but I don't care about that. Rogue Trader, House Ursula humbly asks for your lenience and forgiveness. We cannot imagine these vile rats could be skiering among our ranks. As for them sneaking into the Rogue Trader's palace and staging an unthinkable crime, God Emperor be our witness, the accursed renegades seek to spark a feud between our houses. Allow us to offer you compensation worthy of a Rogue Trader as a gesture of friendship and an apology for any unpleasantness. We're ready to tell you everything we know, so that's been... Why are you people trying to kill her? Everyone in the house knows that the child is the keeper of the one true Starway Atlas, which once belonged to a great innovator Tisiphone, Ursula. The ungrateful wretches who secret hated her grace, and when Tisiphone had abdicated her responsibility and set off for parts unknown, they staged a revolt to destroy her successor. They are madmen who seek to destroy the centuries-old tradition of our great house, so carefully nurtured by the previous novator Tisiphone Ursula. They deem to the century of her rule of tyranny and her most sacred relic, a curse that must be destroyed. Fools, if the Atlas were to be destroyed, the whole of House Ursula would fall into oblivion. They dread its power, if only a novator could fully grasp the mysteries and harness the power of the Stairway Atlas. What the renegades call a leash, we call a guiding star. We believe it with all our heart. The novator spent many cycles on the world where the child was born. It is said that everyone who witnessed the miracle of her birth simultaneously departed for a destination known only to the novator. Tisiphone gave the order and followed them soon after, leaving her precious gift, the Atlas, to Cassian, therefore marking her as her successor. To call your statement false would be a lie. For many years we managed to maintain a fragile balance within our house, but then, the invader's departure shook the faith of many. The treasury is empty, the navigators are scattered, the warp routes are scrambled, and many of our allies cannot be reached, which is why it is so important to complete the child's education. It is Cassia's duty to take Tisiphone's place and lead the house to prosperity, such is her great destiny. We will be honored to hear your thoughts on the matter. Regent acknowledges word with a nod and waits for you to continue. Pleases us to know that the enemy's schemes failed to harm relations between our dynasty, but tell us, what future awaits House Ursula and the Von Valance perspective? With great pleasure, our embassy will contact yours and deliver the scrolls for your signature and seal. May the Emperor bless this new alliance. It would be highly disrespectful of us to refuse the aid of our true traitor. We, Oronto Ursula, do hereby accept your offer. If you will allow, we shall discuss the details later. Theodora von Valansis was a very open-minded woman, but sagacious Tisiphone did not support many of her endeavors. Neither should we. We're afraid House Ursula will have to refuse the rogue trader's offer. We assert the child must return to the fold of our house. We hope you will be gracious enough to acquiesce. There is a pregnant pause. The regent stares at you, trying through the skin, muscle, and bone, and see the darkest corners of our heart. You are not wrong, rogue trader. If you are willing to take care of the child, we will deal with our problem. So be it. Though House Ursula may suffer the pain of a schism, only we can protect the child from her brethren and lead her along the path of enlightenment to the Novator's throne. I'm good with my words. It's all this character can do. It is both a blessing and a curse when it comes to literally anything else, like a logic test to figure out if someone's lying to me. Fresh injury, nothing terrible. Let's go see Our Lady.
It is so fortunate you have come. I admit I was seeking you out myself. After the events on Dargonus, it felt like an anthracite grey mantle had dropped on my shoulders. I spent a long time thinking about our very first meeting and what happened next. I cannot wait to shake off this dreary color. It was very naive of me to follow in the footsteps of the man who raised me in a gilded cage. And I was deaf to the needs of my own house. But you opened my eyes. As the future Novateur, I must gain wisdom to restore House Orselio to its former glory, no matter the cost. Thank you. It will be an honor to keep guiding your vessel through the Sea of Souls, for as long as the needs of our dynasties are aligned. On the contrary, Lord Captain, the mere thought of what happened tightens a grey-blue slip noose around my throat. To realize, again and again, how fervently your subjects hate you. I am sorry, Lord Captain. I should not have darkened your colors with my own struggles. Right here? Of course. I have enjoyed.
Elantak. I refuse to discuss this with a monkey. We are but traveling companions who happen to be following the same road among the stars. Do not even try to get under my skin. It will not work.
Don't remember what I clicked. Tries to decide upon what the future holds. His thoughts are entered by a timid knock on the door. Sounds like Cassia. Huh? Young servant, fine livery, quickly bossing, places a peculiar object transparent dome with a living flower inside. It's instructed to deliver this gift to the Lord Captain only. For use a fragile branch of Lavadolum Quaddus, most rare spirit native to the world of Quaddus in the Calixus sector, covered entirely in blue is the color of a purple sky. The plant has been carefully sealed inside a dome with mineral fertilizer modified by the Magus biologist, which will sustain it for many years. You already met the servant who delivered this gift. He is Lady Cassia's personal valet. At least you know the identity of the senator. As for the plant itself, a term for the ancient etiquette of the nobility, all but forgotten in this day and age, comes to your time. Immortalium, or eternal flower. A living plant capable of enduring in the void for centuries, an extremely rare sight in the Coronis expanse, an unmistakable token of the giver's special favor. The appearance of an immortarium in the life of two aristocrats is a unique ritual, the purchase of which is to demonstrate their true intentions without words. Every gesture, glance, or phrase in this ritual is imbued with deep symbolic meaning. You're expected to take the next step, which is either to reject the gift by pointedly ignoring its incentive, or to accept it on your own terms. The recipient's acceptance can be expressed through words of gratitude and private conversation, or sending a gift in return. A high factotum Janus Daron can always assist you with the latter. Wait, can you really see it there? It looks great. I like it. Immortalium. That's what I should arrange for Lady Cassia. Lady Cassia must have brought the flower from Yorick 5, but her personal belongings kept it this whole time. Hardly anyone else aboard this vessel would be powerful enough to acquire such an exotic artifact. Aside from you, of course. No. Possible. I think the library is the strongest gift. You will be done, Lordship. Give me some time and we'll make sure your order is carried out to the letter. When the wearer hits an enemy melee range, wearer's nearest ally gains 13 temporary wounds. I don't have the profit factor to do that though.
This void ship will not be defeated.
Ah. We have an ally in the field.
Send our enemies to the void! Deliver their demise! Unleash the power of our lance batteries! Let the macro cannons sing their deadly litany.
It does take some time getting over here. 4, 3. Oh, is that before they warp out?
Deliver their demise! Full speed ahead. Unleash a barrage of destruction! Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
Might be able to destroy them both then before. Ooh, rough shots.
Rain destruction upon our enemies. Deliver their demise. Bring doom to our enemies.
Nobody survives battle with this void ship.
Let the macro cannons sing their deadly litany.
I hear their dying pleas peace in the
The
void.
higher will has
Easy
guided us to
peasy.
triumph.
Not even a problem. And I think we rank up off it. New message from Master Skeletor, Lord Captain. This time he is not reporting yet an attack, but the alleged location was the Xenos leaders. Kilius aides have reported that Sillier will be heading to an attack on the Paradise World Grantis. There's one catch. The plan belongs to Caligos Winterscale, another rogue trader. Master Keller noted in his message that responding to a distress call is unlikely to be considered an incursion into someone else's territory. The governor of Grantis will likely send out a call for aid the moment the raid begins. If your void ship happens to be nearby, no one will question your reasons for landing. Our captain received Vox message from the rescue vessel. The ship command sends their inordinate thanks for your assistance and reports that a shell has been dispatched to deliver something to our ship. It seems the captain has decided to personally thank you for saving his hide. As soon as the transfer takes place, the ships will depart the system. I imagine they are worried about the integrity of their hull-ridden bucket and want to get away from this perilous system as fast as they can. Yeah, probably. Thanks for the shotgun. I only have one more extractor at the moment. Oh, another piece. So we got Phlogiston, medium, plasteel. Looks like Phlogiston's winning. For sure. Oh, way more scrap. The best thing ever. Oh, I leveled up. I wanted to see if it's even possible they have more extractors. Nope. Is there any way to get further down and to get more from them? Nope. Let's see. strong acceleration and braking. $800 would get me just short. Not worth doing at the moment in case they need them for somebody else. Right. Can't mind them all. Wait till you release this from script this time. For a strange cover way to Lord Captain, the bed was unmade and the impression of a head was still visible on the pillow. There were no other signs of intrusion. That's weird. Find the seal on Janice. Lordship, there are alarming reports coming from Janus. A number of strange mutations have been spotted among the population in remote agri-complexes. Aside from the obvious disfigurement of the subject sequent estrangement, these mutants, called wretches by the rest of the colonists, are coming together to practice a primitive form of religion involving ritual worship of the land. While they displayed no disobedience or hostility, the very existence is concerning. The Janus nobility humbly awaits your decision. I saw your agents pick recording the signs these monkeys leave behind their idols, and I cannot deny a pathetic though extremely abstract connection to the symbols of my people. The guttural prayers echo the sounds of the children of Syrian speech. The probability of them having come into such close contact with our civilization is non-existent, yet they are still somehow connected. Protect these people, resettle them to distant abodes where they will not be harmed for their pecunities, and keep watch. Someday the truth may be revealed. The place and sanction of the Imperium does not grace these mutants, but nor does it declare their existence anathema. Should we sentence them without further study? There are mutants whose existence is fully sanctioned, such as Ogrins, Ratlings, Fries, Plaguers, Felinids, or Tross. Our library had many treats beyond the generator's craft, and I can impart some of that knowledge to your sir. Purely theoretical, of course. This mutation has not been properly studied. It is missing from the catalog. I'm not registering a basis for delaying the commencement of immediate genetic purification. I recommend launching a thorough investigation. I feel these monkeys have been touched by something wondrous. Mutants were resettled to distant agri-complexes where their unauthorized appearance will not put them in danger of being massacred by the serfs. You were put under watch when the watchman spotted a mysterious relic in the hands of a group of wretches that turned out to be an item of Xeno origin. It's unlikely the mutants understood the nature of the object they worshipped. Ah, that's right. That's what we got for our thing. Next one. Since the grimy masses are so lazy, a wise lord will add substances to their daily communion to ensure that obedience and diligence, once purified and distilled, these truly miraculous plant-based chemicals will make withered the commoner forget their fatigue and their purposeless pastimes, and once their body is burnt out and withered, they will simply be replaced by a new worker. Rough. I don't have a single thing of Xenotech. And apparently you need 30,000 of those. Alright. Gear for slot that is. Get to work.
For the Emperor!
That's for taking hold. Seems really good. If I get some big armored brute, then that can help me cut them down.
Know your duty.
Of course, it would be an honor to assist the Rook Trigger. Wait up a few minutes, your lordship, and your humble servant will have your shield ready. Here you are. The prized sealed certificate with care. May the Emperor bless your path. Yes, it's always honored to serve your lordship. Came down, I solved one problem, told them to dose the population, took a seal, and now we leave. It's that simple. Start connecting these places together. Go to the Liege's residence, because we gotta talk to the governor about all the food they should be receiving. Lordship, the first ships from Janus have arrived already. The station no longer under fasting famine or the predatory interests of the Korda dynasty. Glad I found us such a generous and reliable patron. Actually, your protector can count on football, offering a special consideration I offer you for form. When noticing Cabell, Adam quickly assumes a bored expression carefully, without making any sudden moves. He wipes his glass and as if absent minded puts a hand on the detail. Casavelica mission, a criminal syndicate that seized control of the entirety of the coal trade in the sector. Xana's creations are behind that, so every single colony has a Casavelican agent or two. Posing a crucial interest, a lot more dangerous than using their merchandise. Not intimidated by them, obviously. I do everything in my power to keep them away from football, but my power has its limits.
The Divine watches over us.
What was the... backwards.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Forgot about the A and B. It's been so long.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment. Over there!
Now suffer the burning effect by walking over burning cells. 3 additional stacks of burning whenever they stand on burning cells.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Operation successful.
Mutant Slayer.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Come to chaos.
Actions will speak louder than words. Rejoice in service. I will not be deterred. The Emperor commands. Actions will speak louder than words. Rejoice in service.
As honor ordains. I will leave footprints of scarlet. Come, the other side awaits. Killing brings me no pleasure.
If it serves your cause.
Chaos guides me.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor. If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Excuse me. Alright. Let's see.
My vow is to serve. The old Messiah knows all, comprehends all. Running binary override. The analysis. Successful.
I serve the ruinous powers! High momentum. Death to non-believers!
Yeah, this would have been deadly like 10 levels ago,
nothing.
maybe?
Fear nothing.
Out of my way! Death to the weak!
I am but a vessel for the higher purpose.
As the let your son, the other side awaits. The shadows, my blade whispers your name. Trust me. As honor ordains, I shall not fail. The shadows will see it done, as the tenets demand.
Nice enough.
And so shall it be done. Your end is nigh. This is beyond me. Rejoice in service.
Significant value.
Snipers protect snipers.
Trust me, as honor ordains. Let your soul be purged. I shall not fail.
High momentum.
If I must. I am not your Xenos pet. I deal death with my hands. If it serves your cause. Pay with your blood in the name of DaFlibMan. This tedium is beneath me. Hear you moving, no more.
Alright, just clear that group out.
I will not die in dishonor.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may. Another foe painted black.
Running by Nerek Light. Your Messiah knows all, comprehends all. Running by Nerek Ability analysis successful.
Is it?
Follow my lead. It will be done. Victory is imminent. It will be done. Indeed. Reduced to dust.
Remoted bodies and corrupted minds.
I am your blade and shield. Trust me.
Ah. Now there's multiple ways to handle
The
that.
divine watches over us. duty
General,
prevails.
one of the locals, but it appears to mark the first induction they have into a strong community of mutants. There's no one to add to the last entry.
With each step,
Watch your steps.
I forge my destiny among the stars.
The kill reagents increases the damage of all bleeding, burning, or toxic effects applied by the user by +2. Canister on the back.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Let us walk this path to the end.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, get a drink, and turn my fan on for a moment just to get the air temperature down in here. I will be back in a moment. Alright. As a matter of fact, actually, we're going to go ahead and call it here. I'm going to go ahead and end stream and close out this recording. For those of you who caught it, thank you. Those of you watching, I want to say have a good night, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.